Speaking of B-dubs, let's bring our good friend from Baltimore into the conversation. We got Bernard Hollywood Williams, former Olympic. I did it again. You're never a former Olympic gold medalist because you get to keep the thing. You're always an Olympic gold medalist. Bernard Hollywood Williams, current stand-up comedian and host of Stay in Your Lane. How you doing, B-dub? Bernard, man, I've got somebody very special to introduce you to. I got somebody very special here in the studio. We've got Lauren Cooper here from the Emerald Coast Autism Center. We're going to be helping her out with a charity golf tournament, the Hole-in-One Golf Tournament on April 17th. Teams can get signed up at EcAutismCenter.org. We still need lots of teams, lots of sponsors, so go onto the website and folks can figure out how to get signed up for that. But I want to introduce this girl to you because I love connecting people. So I've got Lauren Cooper, who works with 80 local boys and girls that are living with autism in local programs in our area. Lauren, say hello to our Olympic gold medalist.
Nice to virtually meet you.
Oh, greetings. How you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
Fantabulousism.
See, I love these. He comes up with a different word for fabulous every day. It might be fantabulous.
Fabuloso.
Exactly. It's always different. Always different. So, Bernard, how was your weekend, man? I'm sorry we missed you yesterday. I was a little under the weather and had a rough weekend I needed to recover from. But how was your weekend?
My weekend was great. Spent a lot of time with the family and did a couple comedy shows, did some impressions, made some people feel good. So yeah, man, stayed out of some car accidents.
Oh, no.
Kids are good. No coronavirus. All of that.
Good.
All of that was just great this weekend.
Any comedy this weekend?
That's a win.
Yeah, well, this weekend I am in Hagerstown, Maryland, with a comedian named Hilarious Omar, and I'm supposed to perform a feature, about 20 minutes of comedy. And, yeah, man, life is great.
So you're from Baltimore, and I don't know if you know this, but last week Baltimore was the site of a Division III men's basketball NCAA tournament game between two powerhouses, which I'm sure you follow very closely. Yeshiva University managed to beat Worcester Polytechnic Institute. Man, I tell you, I lost some money on that game. Unfortunately, this was the first game in the country, the first game in the United States that has been played to an empty stadium because of the coronavirus, because of fears of the coronavirus. So you can imagine this would be kind of a weird experience for two basketball teams to play without a crowd. They had to do their own chants and cheerleading. So you've actually got like the players on the bench are the ones chanting defense at their own team. This has got to be a weird setup, right?
Well, to be honest with you, that was my whole professional track career, okay? Nobody's paying tickets to come see track and field athletes. So the only time we do get hundreds of thousands of people in the stands is actually during the Olympics and the World Championships.
What is that
you may
transition
get
like?
A couple thousand during the NCAAs, but that's basically how it is when you even go to Europe. And for professional games, they'll have a ton of sponsors and very little people in the crowd. So if they're true to like playing the game and they just want to win, then that's what they do. If anything, they should be more concerned about catching the coronavirus since nobody else is there, but they're there.
Mm-hmm.
So
do you think,
because they always slapping fives and slapping butts, and you can't just wash your hands in the middle of a play. They spit on their hands and shoot the basketball and sweating, all that stuff. So, if anything, I just hope all those players don't get the coronavirus.
They said that they're going to wait till around May, end of April, to decide whether they're going to have the Olympics or not. They said it's going to have to get worse before it gets better. If it gets worse, they're going to have to cancel.
I can't. It'd be a difficult thing to cancel. I mean, I understand all the reasons they can't postpone. I understand the reasons they can't move it because of the amount of preparation, expense, and setup that it requires. But Japan has already made a huge financial commitment to have the Olympics here. It costs millions, if not billions of dollars to get these stadiums ready. And to cancel the Olympics, that would be devastating, I would think, to Japan.
Oh, yeah.
I would be honest with you. They've always had some sort of cancellation or possibility, whether if it was you can't eat the spinach or you can't eat the romaine lettuce or the Zika virus. Like, it's always something that comes up. Always something, a scare. They was threatening the bombings at 2004 Olympics because of what happened in 2001. Rest in peace to all those victims and, to their families, and 9/11. So in 92, they had a bomb threat, and then it actually was a bomb. In Munich, you had terrorism going. Like, there's always something going on when it comes to, like, the Olympic year and something going on in the world. You hope to just see that things get better so you can enjoy what you can enjoy and go back to your life. But if it's that serious, forget it. Olympics. I'm scared that it's going to come into my house.
Right.
At this point,
I think they've canceled
because
3. Right?
Yeah.
1916, World War I, and then 2 for World War II. So the 3 that have been canceled because of world wars.
Right.
This is a world
virus.
Don't
forget about 1980 when the U.S. boycotted Russia.
Right. That's a good point too. Although the whole Olympics weren't canceled, it was just the U.S. boycott.
And that was the last year that they made real Olympic gold medals.
Really? They were solid gold.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now
I wish. Yeah.
That would have been nice and melt that thing down. Now you get the gold-plated one. I wanted to ask you this. You were talking a little bit about earlier, these players are it doesn't make a lot of sense to not have the fans when you consider the players are leaning over each other, breathing on each other. They're breathing on each other in huddles. When they're guarding each other, they're sweating on each other. Gino Auriemma had some comments about this. He goes, we had the wrestling team in here the other day. They're literally wrestling each other on dirty, sweaty mats, trying to pin each other in very close contact. And then at the end of their matches, we tell them they're not allowed to shake hands because of fears of the coronavirus. Does this make any sense at all? I mean, if you're in a basketball game and you're guarding each other, you're not supposed to be in contact, but it happens, and you're sweating on each other, and you're in close proximity. And then we're not going to shake hands at the end of a basketball game?
Yeah, I hear some of the new volleyball, they have to wave at each other across the court. Instead of, touching hands. Yeah, Colin's waving from the back.
Volleyball I get. You don't actually make a whole lot of contact in volleyball, so I get the wave. But it's like other sports.
I'm going to bring back the elbow bump.
The elbow bump.
They wouldn't even let them do that.
From the Oakland A's, you had the forearm bash. The Bash Brothers, remember? Bernard, we always appreciate you being a part of the show. Very special guest today.
It was so nice to meet you, Bernard.
Oh, nice to meet you too. This was awesome. This was awesome. I look forward to meeting you when I get down there.
Yes, sir.
Looking forward to him being down here in a couple of weeks. Also, thank you to Lauren Cooper from the Emerald Coast Autism Center for joining us this morning.
It's always a pleasure. Thank you for having me.
It's been a great Tuesday. We will be back again tomorrow for myself, Robbie Shanks, for Major League veteran Scott Heeman, and for the Beastie, Colin Bestor. We will be back tomorrow. See you then.